Alrighty. So this is going to be a reading for my Leos. Thank you so much for joining me here. We're going to get straight into the reading. This is the next 72-hour forecast for March 8th through the 10th. So if you would like to see more of my readings, subscribe. And if you would like a personal session, please feel free to check out the description box. So let's see what's going on. Leos from March 8th through the 10th. Leos from March 8th to the 10th. So the overall energy, we have the Judgment card. Your current energy, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. The challenge is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Advice is the Ace of Swords. What you need to watch out for, we have the Four of Wands, and then the outcome is the Ten of Swords in reverse. Surrounding areas from March 8th through the 10th. Ooh, okay. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this. So the first thing I want to do is actually roll the dice and see what angel numbers come out, and then we'll talk about the message associated with that. So what is the angel numbers for my Leos? Okay, so we have 4. So for me, this is the energy of twin flames. This is the energy of family, stability, working hard, balance. Okay. Let me read this to you. This says, you're completely surrounded by angels. You're being guided through whatever you are focusing on. So that's the vibration of 4. And then we have 11 here. Now, I'm going to reduce this to 2. And you guys know 2 is that energy of partnership. 2 is that energy of balance as well. Okay, duality. This says, stop worrying. Everything is working out. Oh my God. Let me start that over. Stop worrying. Everything is working out just as it's supposed to. Trust that you're on the right path. So that's what that, 11. I showed you guys the 2. That's what that 11 vibration is representing because we reduced it to that 2. But okay, interesting. Now, since we kind of looked at some angel numbers, let's go ahead and get into the rest of the reading. So we do have the Judgment card representing the overall energy. So with the Judgment card, this is some aha moments that are coming into realization here. So you may have like an aha moment when it comes to like a dream that you may have had previously and you didn't quite understand like the symbolism as to what it was trying to say. And there could be certain events that take place where you're like, oh, now I finally get what my dream was trying to say to me. This may be also aha moments that are coming through based off of you just having certain conversations with a certain individual. So if you were like very conflicted as to why somebody didn't want to be with you or why they didn't get serious enough with you previously, they may be finally letting you know why, or things may be very clear to you. Also with the Judgment card, this is the energy of reconciliation or resurrection. So if you guys did recently break up with someone, I'm really only talking to the people who just broke up with their person and they know that they do like this weird on and off thing. I'm not really talking to the people who aren't trying to get back with your ex. Okay. Take only the messages that resonate with you and apply to you, okay? You guys may be hearing from this individual. Now, when it comes to what I see for your current energy, we do have the Nine of Wands in reverse. So this is you. This is you no longer wanting to put up with the stress or the agony or just not want to put up with the stress anymore when it comes to a certain situation. Upright, this is like going through so much, but still trying to push forward, going through so many situations and issues and still trying to keep pushing, even though being bruised, battered, all these things. And this is having just a lot of energetic, built up, like, I don't want to say resentment, but this is like you going through a whole bunch of stuff and then just acting like you're not going through it and just keep trying to remain strong. And it's like you almost don't want to keep pushing yourself to a point of exhaustion. You guys are also just learning that certain battles are just not worth continuing to try to fight, basically. Also, that's the energy of you guys trying to let your guard down as well, especially if you have been very, very defensive. Now, when it comes to the challenge, I have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So the challenge may be that, for one, some of you guys may be dealing with somebody who is not quite at a place yet to like give you what you're looking for in a romantic sense. Like they still may be needing some growing up to do, or maturing or growing into themselves. Also with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, this is like realizing that you may have like too high of expectations for someone, in terms of like what you see them doing. Like, it's one thing for this person to say, okay, I want to get married. This is where I see things going. But it is a different thing to create an idea of what you want someone else to do and then kind of get upset when it doesn't plan out that way. Because again, we are people who have free will. So you can't expect somebody to be your husband or your wife if they're not even ready to be in a relationship. Like, so yes. Some of you also, you have like higher expectations for yourself in terms of earning, but you may not know where to start at with that as well. Or it's like some of you keep like denying yourself of like, okay, you may have an idea of what career you want to go into. And then like the second you start like breaking through, it's like you start being like, no, I don't think this is the career anymore. So some of you need to kind of like marinate a little bit on certain career decisions you're making before you decide to just chop it up as that's not for you. Now, what I see for the advice, I do have the Ace of Swords. So the advice here is definitely take the time right now to get a level of clarity. The inner clarity is more important than, well, let me say this. Let me word it correctly. When it comes to inner clarity is important so that you can search for truth inside of self. So you don't have to go outside of self for truth. So you having inner clarity is what's going to help you make clearer decisions as a whole. And this is going to require you to take time to really be with self and sit on certain ideas and certain plan of actions that you're wanting to take here. And this is clearing the air with anybody who you may be having some sort of struggle and strife with romantically. This is like going to give you the answers that you need to make that clear decision on whether or not you're going to deal with somebody anymore or not. Now, what you need to watch out for, we do have that Four of Wands energy. So this is either the child or not the child, the mother of your child or the father of your child. This could be your parents in some sort of way. Like they could be having like a weird dynamic currently in their relationship and they may be needing some support. If there's like a specific home that you're trying to purchase, definitely make sure that you're keeping tabs on that during this time frame, because I'm not saying that it may get bought out, but somebody may be interested in purchasing it. And that's like for specific people. But outcome, we do have the Ten of Wands in reverse. And the outcome here is you basically getting past this energy of betrayal. So if you were, constantly betrayed and going through the ringers with someone, this is you either recovering from that altogether or finally letting go of that experience as a whole. So this is really good. And also, This is the energy of you possibly like no longer like talking to yourself in a negative sense. This is like beating yourself down, but this is you coming out of that space of doing that, which is good. I like that. Now, the other two cards we have, these are more positive. We have success and we have yes. And with success, of course, this is positive. You're going to successfully overcome something. This could be financial struggles, successfully overcoming any sort of heartbreak that you may have been emotionally struggling with. This is success in letting something go that may have been detrimental to you. So the success is going to be different for each and every one of you, but you guys are going to successfully do something during this time frame. And for some of you, this success may be you literally hearing a yes from a school that you may have applied to, that you've been waiting to hear back from, that you may have actually gotten into. Or this is like you hearing a yes in terms of you like getting a job or getting promoted, or somebody saying yes that they'll date you. But there's definitely going to be some sort of confirmation or good news. So this energy looks good. I hope that you did enjoy. If you did, thumbs this video up and subscribe. Check out the description if you want a personal. And I will see each and every one of you in the next one.